creation, a world on the brink. In the age of sorrows, dangers abound and cataclysms loom on the horizon. But it is not without heroes. The Exalted, those chosen and empowered by the mightiest of the gods, are all around the world. They have, and can, pull it back from the precipice of oblivion. That is when they aren't too busy fighting each other. Now, Chills as Aura.
Sunday, be there!
Korak as Lythander.
You see, I wanted to play D&D, but now I want it all to burn. Burn it. Burn it!
Elatos as Gavel.
Maybe it was a bad idea to trust those magicians on the port.
And Gimerex as everyone else. Is it too late to go back to the Graduate Your Game campaign? Must band together to save the Dreaming Sea, and perhaps reality itself, from the greatest threat creation has ever known. All this and more on FateBreakers.
Bark.
It's still itself, asterisk.
What do you mean?
It is still itself, asterisk.
Well, I meant more the asterisk, but Autochthonia is not really going to get involved in this campaign anyway, and that's kind of outside the picture. Everything else is still tethered to it. Hi, It's been way too long since we recorded due to the holiday break.
Oh yeah.
Everyone look into the York. Hashtag open D&D. Anyway,
yes.
Who wants to... Anyone need a reminder as to what happened?
I do.
We knocked on the water dragon's door and they forced us in.
I forget.
Yeah, you knocked on their door and she forcibly... Well, it has been way too long since we recorded. I think it was the start of December when we recorded our last episode. So...
Yeah, it was December 11th. It is now the 15th of January.
Okay, let's go... I, as the GM, will take over recap duties then. After the round of the last tournament ended, you guys did a bit of investigation, and Gavel managed to find out what the evil Sidereal's plan was, to deliberately inflict gentrification on the city, because he was real fucking pissed at arcane fate, meaning no one can remember him, and hey, if he can't have a happy life, why should anyone else? This is unfortunately what happens when you give the wrong person control over who gets to be happy or not.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if only you can remember what their face looked like.
Oh, wait, I wasn't there, was I?
Rich people are dumb and stupid.
Unfortunately. I mean, it's not Gavel's fault. They have Sidereals have 5 different ways to edit people's memories.
Mm-hmm. I passed one of them, I didn't pass the other.
To be more accurately, you're outright immune to one of them as a creature of darkness.
Yep.
Also, we found out the mystery of one of the auxiliary Janests. They are, in fact, one of Lythander's old teachers.
See you back in my...
They came by because they want the tournament prize too.
Ah. Yeah, I remember that. That's how we ended the episode, I believe. She turned into a cloud of bees.
Mm-hmm. Also, Gavel's not character. I forgot my own characters' names. Anyway.
Nice.
She was Dr. Bees the whole time.
Bees!
One of Aura's businesses got fucking annihilated.
Yeah.
The Heart Eater had some kind of scuffle with a nearby alchemical. Another one of those.
So we planted a potato to keep watch.
You planted a coin inside a potato.
I forget if that was nickel or dime.
Oh, yeah, you
nickel.
killed dime!
I believe it was nickel.
Oh no, they're still around.
Sorry,
they're just
nickel.
Undergoing a metamorphosis. They're currently in the plot
2 of them
Fly.
died, if I remember correctly.
They're becoming a potato now. That's the lore. Anyway.
That was the Abandoned Words curse, who you never got the name before Gavel smushed
right.
it.
Maybe I need to smush somebody
Anyway,
else.
I ripped
out
its spirit spine.
As was detailed at the start of this recap, hey, we're at the top of the Queen of Champoor's spirit court.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Sunday Night Raw, and here we have the grudge match between the Lone Gunslinger and the Dragon Warrior.
Before that, It's at probably like the middle of the night right now when she very rudely yanked you from your bed and dragged you across the whole city in a storm squall. So as you come to in her sanctum, it is literally in the clouds. This is very fantasy rules. You feel the very soft vapors underneath you. Somehow you're not falling through. It is not entirely clear. This is obviously some sort of magic. There are various water and air elementals scurrying forth and occasionally arguing, because water and air get in fights all the time. I am not kidding. There is whole geopolitical dramas happening up north about this very thing.
Yeah, that's how lightning happens.
Specifically, it's under whose jurisdiction snow falls under.
Ah.
Anyways, in between all this, in the gaggling throne room, as people are running forth, curled into a comedically oversized throne is a lesser elemental dragon of water. Not a dragon blood. This is a capital D dragon.
Monkey D dragon.
Baby cheese.
She a very much Eastern-style dragon, sky blue scales, clad in a very oversized black dress with what appears to be half-moon spectacles perched atop her comically large brow.
If you've played Yu-Gi-Oh, think of Tenyi Spirit Shithana, but like warm, because it's instead of ice, it's just water. There you go.
Yeah, the whole room is incredible. There's a lot of moisture in the air. It's incredibly hot and humid and damp. Yes, some of those might be contradictions, but it's still happening.
Mm-hmm.
So, she's looking down at you, and I believe we left off on the cliffhanger that she knew one of Gavel's previous selves, and is still pretty pissed about something that went down, which is good that the second you come in here, Aura immediately feels the truce field activate.
Ah, you got one of those too, huh?
It's your truce field.
Ah, it's my truce field. Sometimes I forget it that it turns on automatically. It's like how you forget your alarm on, and then you walk outside, and then defeat your dog, and then sirens start ringing off the hook, and you scare yourself shitless. That's like that. But I'm the alarm.
Yes, I was quite aware when that happened with the fair folk. Anyway, why are you back?
I'm also the dog. Couldn't tell you. I got yanked out.
I've never met you. I mean you. Turns to Gavel.
Hello, I don't think I've met you in this cycle, it seems.
Yes, there's something very different about you. You smell like hell brass.
Amongst other things, I'm sure. But the reason is quite simple.
Hell ass.
Would you like some information that could benefit you?
Oh, an eclipse here. I can't quite just squash you at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
The question is, information would come at a cost.
As it usually does, but you may find that our prices are quite cheap.
Hey, Korak, make a Fortitude plus stealth roll.
I'm having a sale.
Yep.
Wait, how am
We're
I
all
here?
Oh, you
She
got
brought
caught up in
all
this
of
one.
us.
You were the one
Yeah,
leading
lady.
the prayer roll, my man.
Oh,
Yeah, at this point.
I forgot.
Yeah, at this point, lady, we learned so much new information. We're having an
You said,
information sale.
You said,
Everything must
plus,
go.
Stealth?
Fortitude plus
Oh,
stealth.
okay, that's going to be the attribute I was going to pick anyway, so 9. So,
That works perfectly. Please get a good roll.
90, 10...
Please win.
Greater than 7S.
Be kind and full of grace.
Please God.
She is going to roll her pool to oppose.
5.
That is 5
Versus
successes.
4.
That is 4 successes.
Yes.
You quickly have a flashback in the midst of, as this giant fucking ass multiple story tall dragon is talking at Gavel.
I am having a psychic
You
vision.
start to have a bit of remembrance of, killing some people in this city as part of the very slow-acting memory restoration spell that you did way back
So
in Act 1
I
is
killed
working.
people.
Yeah, some of her people.
Uh-oh.
Oh
You
no!
remember ganking a few priests and taking their faces.
Wait, I ate faces?
Oh no, you took
Oh.
their faces
Oh, so
by
wait,
killing
can I
them.
use those faces now?
Perhaps.
Oh,
Yes.
that was supposed to put you in a trap. I see it worked. You could have said no, and I would have been okay.
I mean, those are only going to be useful inside the city of Champoor, but sure.
And then you boop your nose and you turn into Jack Black. You go, "Hey, it's me, Jack
Hey,
Black."
it's
Oh no.
Hey everybody, it's me, Jack Black, voice of Bowser.
And specifically, you remember all of those assassinations and hit jobs happening, and a bit more of the memories about the time you got stabbed with the crystal invisible legendary sword memory stealing thing become clear. You were arguing with whoever that blue fucker was about it. The words
Sorry.
aren't quite clear, but sequence of events of you come to the city, you kill a bunch of people, you argue with this fucker, and then he takes your memories.
Okay. Any? I don't know what else
Okay,
to do here besides hide for right now.
Well, that role I requested was for you to successfully shapeshift before she recognized your face.
Oh, thank goodness.
Okay.
Which, because you beat her, you do.
Okay. I see you.
So right now her attention is focused squarely on Gavel.
Oh shit.
Yep. She being the dragon lady.
Mm-hmm. Now, before we begin with this, I will ask you, how much do you recall of what happened between us?
What, me?
I think I used to call you friend.
I don't remember a damn thing.
Where am I? Why am I here?
It's but a little river sprite when I was first bound to this ocean region. You were quite insistent upon sending up this bountiful sea trade after the original war ended, but you died. You were all killed.
I tend to do that.
Moreover, then the fair folk came in. May have been long after, but many of our court died, not just from them, but from the contagion. Do you know what that thing did? It
Not
killed
at all.
everything.
Better suck.
The only reason I wasn't there was because I was away on vacation at the time. I came back, all of my friends were dead. It's like to watch a god die from a disease.
Not a disease
Although-
specifically.
All those arrogant assholes up in Yukshan think they're invincible and immortal. Then this thing from beyond creation rolls in and they start gunning over and dying like any human. Moreover, it kills souls, too. The whole reason the Dreaming Sea has gesture's claws is because so much of the people who should have been running things and running it well are dead. Permanently. From that. Which led to all those idiots down in Kandahar, and with the Empire Prasad oozing in to take over. People call me evil, and perhaps, but I am nowhere like them. I don't lord over people and take their very cultures and identities from them and shuffle them into camps and castes. I just let people do as they wish in this city. Anarchy?
Sounds like a you problem.
That's fair.
I'm not saying
This
out
is her doing a bit of a rant. Mm-hmm.
Go off.
So that is why I have some umbrage with you. You were supposed to fix this.
Well, then maybe I still have a chance to do so. You know, we have a bit more in common than you might think, darling. At least in this cycle.
Perhaps.
But you said it was a fair folk, was it?
The fair folk and whatever the hell came with that disease, too. I don't think it
And-
was them, but no one knows where the contagion came from. I have scoured all the scholarly entities, both mortal and otherwise, and spent a considerable amount of money, jade, in finding out the source of that thing in case it comes back. Nothing.
And as it is clearly obvious from what you've been saying, you hate me, yes?
I hate what you didn't do. You and all the other Exalted hosts were supposed to help fix things and kill that which cannot be killed, cure that which cannot be cured, and you couldn't. You and the rest of your son children were away, sealed away, gods know where, and all the other ones down here were too incompetent to do so.
Then, perhaps I have a 2-for-1 special for you. See, there's an interesting little fellow who's been running around your city as of late. They call themselves the Antagonist. And as it just so happens, they seem to look a lot like yours truly. Not only that, they're a fair folk as well. And apparently, from what they've written to me, they've been up to quite some mischief in your city.
Snaps a claw, sparks of lightning dance in the air, and you can feel the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. One of the cloud attendants drifts over to her. She whispers something back and forth in a very weird dialect of Old Realm mixed with Water Tongue. Your information doesn't seem to be completely up to date. That freehold
lovely.
is far adrift in the ocean. Perhaps they have some tendrils down here, but that's not the major threat that we're dealing with now, isn't it, as of tomorrow?
No, it's not, but I figured I would give you that little tidbit of information.
Oh, I forgot the demon.
Sorry, could you speak up again, Lythander?
I said, oh, I forgot
And
the
the
demon
prom's
is going
tomorrow!
to be summoned.
Tomorrow.
I forgot the promise tomorrow.
If you think the demon's the most of your worries, then I'm afraid you're quite mistaken.
It's I.
And what else is it that comes to my turf?
Gavel points vaguely in the southeastern direction. I'd say about 100 kilometers that direction. You have an army of those jellyfish people about to knock on your door quite violently.
Yes, I already knew about those, and I'm quite equipped to deal with that.
That's good, at least.
Are you sure about that?
At least I certainly hope so. You do know about 100 Venom Stinger as well, then, I presume? I see.
100 Venom Stinger. I will explain to her who 100
I know
Venom
that
Stinger is.
Lythander explains that. What does Korak remember and retain about 100 Venom Stinger?
100 Venom Stinger is basically older than us. He is a Leviathan who is technically, in terms, evil. He wants to enslave everybody, if I remember correctly, and he's waiting to bid war. He's waiting to bid a war using it until people are dead, so that he could sweep up the rest, if I remember
Some of that's accurate, some of it you're mixing up with the economy.
The action economy. Thanks for watching. But
Okay, I just wanted to run a
Can you
bit with
re-explain
based
a
on
little bit of
notes.
that to me?
So most of that is accurate for Stinger, for the most part.
Did I pass?
A C.
That ain't bad.
Cool. That's my grade point
Right,
average.
so
So I'm okay.
Anyway,
with that.
as you speak about this, she does seem to shift into place. Or you say, another one, rather. I know there's at least one of those running around here, but... Well, then I will have to pull some strings, then. She's gonna spend a few motes to activate some stuff in the background that will percolate until later. Now, is that why you sensed the giant burning office memo? And as she's speaking, she points to her desk when written in Lythander's handwriting is a giant call-out message of everything you were screaming at her during the prayer rolls.
Oh my goodness.
Every single profanity you shouted, every single loud musical note are all piling on her desk, and the noises are echoing from there.
Oh my goodness.
Like a screaming nope, like a letter that's screaming itself into existence. You literally added her
on Twitter.
That's what I said I wanted to do.
Yep.
Yeah, you
That
blew
is
up
what
her
I set out to
notifications.
do, so I'm okay with this.
Well, not only that, but there's a couple of other things as well.
What other fresh hell did you drag in?
Everything, but beyond that.
Hell.
Are you aware of something called a heart eater?
Give me a this is probably embassy, so you know what? No, presence. Give me a force plus presence roll.
What, me?
Yes, you.
Yes, I get to do presents. Alright, and force. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Please be kind and full of grace. Oh, 0 successes.
That is a botch.
Is there anything I can do to help?
This is essentially another reading her body language roll. So, you can try and make the same kind of roll too. Attribute plus presence.
Can I make embassy instead?
Okay.
Not in this respect. Embassy is more focused towards bureaucracy, and this presence is more a people person and direct communication.
All right. So,
Because
can I use performance
because she's a
instead?
divine entity, I'll rule yes.
Because I was gonna say, performance is
Hey,
kind of the
look at that.
exact
That
same.
is 6 successes. Oh my goodness. And that is 5 successes.
that is probably a good place for me to be, considering I've been dealing with the bastard, so it's probably good that I can talk to her about it.
Aura picks it up first, but there are some very slight ticks of fear. This is a multi-story tall dragon, and whatever the economy is, she's afraid of it.
Right.
Gavel doesn't pick it up, she just seems to be very impassive, and it takes Lythander even more time too, but you start to get the feeling that she knows about the economy, or at least about heart eaters, and whatever it is, it scares the shit out of her. And because Adam rolled a bit higher of it, I'll actually tell Lythander realizes it too due to archaic mind mentality. Remember that the only limit on heart eater mind control is that it doesn't affect exalts?
Oh shit.
Oh, she ain't an exalt, is she?
She's a god, isn't she? She's
She
technically
is
a
the
god,
highest
isn't
ranked
she?
an elemental can get, which is kind of a different kind of god.
So, what happens if I were to say, well, punch it out
Oh
of
no,
her?
she's not. She's
Mind
not
control.
a pawn. She's just afraid of that.
Oh, okay.
Right. That makes sense.
This
It's a scary thought too. You know.
Gavel's
Losing
raising her
yourself.
eyebrow at a.
It's a scary thought too. I have it
Oh
all the
no,
time.
I'm not scared for myself. Narrator's voice. That is a lie. I'm not scared for myself. It's more the fact of these things eat cities. They can
Exactly.
control hundreds of thousands of people all at once if you let them go unchecked. The last time I saw one was during the contagion, and it took Mahasuchi himself coming down here and ripping the bastard's head off.
Well, guess what? They're back.
We're trying to do just that.
Lythander, as a lunar, Mahasuchi's the most famous lunar warlord in all of creation. He is the biggest dick lunar around. And he had to personally intervene to stop whatever these kinds of entity type are last time.
Right. Well, that's exactly what we're trying to do. We've been chasing around this rat bastard in circles for a while now. We've managed to track some of his progress, and some of his aims too. We've even managed to shake some people out of their mind control. We might stand a chance against this one. This isn't the time.
And you believe he is in my city?
We know he's in your city.
We've seen the evidence. All signs point to yes.
Now, do you have any personal investment in attacking, dethroning, killing, dealing with, whatever adjective you'd like to use, this individual? Or is this all out of the goodness of your heart?
I will not lie to you, ma'am. I am intent on this individual spits in the face of everything I've tried to build. Everything that the good people of this city have tried to work in. Simply put, I plain don't like the guy. And the sooner I got rid of him, well, the better for everybody involved. That's as far as I sit on it. Someone might be able to offer prettier words, but that's as far as I can go.
He fucked with my men, so I'm gonna make sure he goes down screaming.
You there. Glances at whatever current shape Lythander is in. What say you?
Meow.
Yes,
Meow.
I know. Haha, funny cat shape-shifting. What say you?
I am going to be on the completely other side and say, that's just a cat, ma'am.
You're probably not going to get a straight answer.
I want
this one.
No, I wanted them completely annihilated.
One of the old goat's disciples, then.
And you're not good.
Oh yeah.
What else? What else do you have to put on my agenda for
I
today?
don't know what that means.
Well,
Let me look at my let me look at my notes.
Well,
we dealt with the master thief, didn't we?
Sorry about that.
Or has that been disproven?
We're
Kind
still
of.
working on that one.
Which one?
Let's see.
Concept. Because there is no such thing, apparently. It is a sort of multifaceted super entity of some kind.
She's actually going to be kind of cagey about Sozens. I'll reveal this. You're going to have to try and do some stuff to weasel information out of her.
Ooh, let me look at my charms to see if there's anything that can help with that.
Yep.
Weaseling information, you say?
All right. I'm going to roll embassy at an excellency. If I may.
Okay, go ahead. Just try and... Essentially, when you talk about Sozens, she says, I'm aware of it. What else?
Well, there's been a recent ploy. There's been a recent ploy of this individual about stealing a very important artifact from a recent fighting competition which we are entered in. We were trying to stop them from sneaking it in under our noses by essentially being on the scene at all times. some sort of key. I believe you may know what it is.
Yes, the Moon Mesa maps. I'm well aware of it.
Yes. We believe that that's where Sozens plans to strike next. That's why we are here in Champoor after all.
Now, it sounds to me like you have many multiple conflicting reasons to be here in this city. Which ones are true, I wonder?
We have a lot going on.
Well,
I don't know, maybe all of them, maybe none of them. You never know.
To look directly at Lythander. You think this is funny, don't you?
Oh, I think this is hilarious that we have to do more work.
No, not that. You think that being frivolous about the lives of deaths of thousands of people in my city is funny? Is that why you're being so flippant?
Oh no. Oh no, that is because I, right now, know that somebody who needs to die is here. Not here, I mean in the city. And I
didn't we remember? Didn't we end up figuring out that Sozens was the cause of like the plague thing, the martial art that causes people to die?
I think that you have an inkling that she is like the primary suspect for the White Veil killings.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Oh, and not to mention, since we have suspicion that Sozens is the primary suspect for the White Veil killings, we planned on, as a favor to an old friend, attempt to kill two birds with one stone, if the metaphor fits.
And again, I'm supposed to expect that you are doing this all out of the goodness of your heart, and not as an attempt to make a power play here.
Ma'am,
we have no plans to take your throne. I don't care enough for it.
Ma'am, and Adam is going to take off his hat, or Aura is going to take off her hat. I've been around for a very long time, and I've seen a lot of suffering in this world. A lot of greed, a lot of selfishness, and a lot of people turning a blind eye. Suffice to say, I'm done throwing out false pretenses. If I could help somebody at this point in time, I've chosen to make it my mission to do so. That's as far as I could tell you. And you can choose to believe me, or you can choose to remain suspicious. But all I can tell you is that my intentions are true.
Go ahead and give me a attribute plus presence roll with a stunt to see if you can eke the rest of the information out of her like a tap on a tree.
Here goes. That is...
Ooh!
Well, that works just
many
fine.
Six
successes.
My goodness!
Yeehaw!
6!
Hey, guess what? Her resolve is 6 and Solar's win ties.
There you go.
Making bacon.
Normally the resolve is 3, boosted to a major intimacy of jealous protectiveness over Champoor, but you win ties!
Let's go!
Shake and bake time, baby. I've been waiting to bust out that one for a while now.
You come to me speaking about Sozens. Do you even understand what they are?
I understand enough.
I have theories.
Well, then let's hear them.
Well, since they seem to... Well, from what we've witnessed and from our understanding, my current personal theory is that it may be multiple people acting under one name.
Oh, it's far more than just that. Sozens a personality inside the suit of armor.
Oh, one of those. Okay.
Yes.
By putting it on, they merge with it and add its prowess to their own. Now, the issue here is that multiple people have been wearing the armor, so Gods know which one is doing what with what role at any given time.
Is it
Normally,
possible?
Normally, my agents are able to deal with such troublemakers swiftly. Nailing the motherfucker down is proving difficult because it's difficult to tell which motherfucker's wearing the armor. And at least one of them's another Sun King.
Oh dear.
And that was the missing piece of the puzzle here. Hey, one of the people in the Sozens armor is a Solar.
Okay. Hold on, I need to update my notes.
Country music stops. Alright. Far out. Gonna make sure to write that one down. There is a new sheriff in town.
Hey, Lythander.
Solar. Okay.
Korak.
Yes.
Archive my mentality.
Oh.
You ran into a Solar a bit ago.
Oh, my ex!
Your ex is Sozen.
Oh no! Matthew is so
This is not how it's supposed to go!
Time to burn down the shop.
No, they're not in the shop.
That's why they
anymore,
were
but
selling
let's
faces,
still-
god damn it. Because they stole them all! That's what the shop is. It's literally stolen goods.
It's
No, actually,
literally
the
a-
shop is something completely unrelated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say, remember, the shop is
Your
legit.
spouse is a forger.
Your spouse is a mass
Your-
murderer murdering people by looking at them funny.
Yeah.
Literally.
Why,
Looks
literally.
can kill when it comes to them.
When it
Even in the
comes
fuck
when it
me
comes
eyes
to the
of
world
that.
of Exalt, sometimes looks can kill.
So, just like your previous life,
Done.
got it. Bow, bow. I married a psychopath.
That might be our preview
Or did a
clip.
psychopath marry
A
me?
little bit of both. Never put your genitals near crazy. That's the lesson here.
So, I don't know if any of you know, about, Don Brothers.
Nope, not at all.
I've seen
Okay.
some gifs.
Okay, so, there's a character called, Kijino. He's the wife guy.
Mhm.
Okay.
That's just Lythander now.
Oh, okay.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
my wife.
Wait, is he still the wife guy after learning his wife is,
Yeah.
I feel like
murder
the wife-
Batman?
I feel like the wife guy thing
Yeah.
has only strengthened with this new information.
Does
It
Lythander's spouse have pink hair by chance?
You haven't
Aw.
seen their face yet. It's up in the air.
Oh boy.
Although, we saw them unmasked and disguised as Janests, who has red hair, and red is a shade of pink, I guess.
It's close enough to follow the anime trope.
Exalted was anime? From the start.
that there are no normal pink-haired girls in anime.
Right.
If you
But
if you
it's a
see
guy.
a pink-haired girl, you are either having a hallucination or that girl is about to,
Murder you and everyone you love.
or she'll turn into a Tsuchinoko and fucking.
Or she
skedaddle
just has
away.
crippling social anxiety.
That's what I was
Or-
referring to.
Oh goodness.
Still need to
No.
watch that. Anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna step forward again. Oh yes, there's also something else that especially would interest you.
Oh, Donad's tits, what else?
We always got more, ma'am.
We're always watching.
So, how close are you to the Bureau of Destiny?
You really think those high and mighty assholes ever come down to talk to us?
No, but I'd figured I'd ask.
The answer is never, in case you couldn't tell.
That's fine. Well, it seems that an ex-worker of theirs seems to be quite interested in your city.
Gestures for one of the attendants to come talk to her. The attendant attempts to talk and then the slugs come out.
Ah, yeah. See, there it is. I was waiting for it.
Excuse me, pardon me, excuse me. I wind up a punch.
Giant clawed hand, half the size of you, stops in front of you. What do you think you're doing?
Let him... Ma'am, please
Going
let
to
him
stop the slugs.
Yes, please let him do it this
You see,
one
a
time.
good cure for slugs is a nice slug in the jaw.
Make an attribute, presence or performance roll.
He doesn't know how to do it any other way. We're very sorry.
4 successes.
Modified down due to the same intimacy of protectiveness, in this case, getting to the bottom of whatever this is.
Mm-hmm.
Heavy sigh. The claw moves. You are not punching him.
I will slap.
If I...
Lythander, you will touch. not
Fine,
slap.
I will touch, but sometimes to get the slugs out, you need a punch. I will attempt to not do it violently then. Will that satiate you?
Yes, a gentle touch, and it immediately vomits like all the entirety of the slugs out. To the point when slugs are forming a pile that goes up to the cloud person's knees,
Oh, goodness sakes.
where they stop. Just a comedic amount of slugs. There's a very awkward long silence as the entire courtroom, the entire throne room, turns to look at this.
It's been very upsetting for us too, folks. We've had to watch so many people vomit. It's been horrible. We haven't been enjoying it.
Gavel
Archive-
smiles widely.
Another free conclusion, as this is happening for Lythander's Archive My Mentality. Hey, there's been one culprit behind all these slug things. What's the connecting thread here?
I don't remember. It's been that long.
Your character will remember.
Yes.
In which case, I'll tell you, every single person vomiting slugs appears to have been involved with communications with someone high up in heaven.
Mm-hmm. At the Bureau of Destiny, mayhap.
The bitch with the wing.
The sidereal is Slug Man.
Mm-hmm.
Meon is Slug Man.
Slug Man got Taos and I.
Yep.
He's about to get slugged if he doesn't stop this.
All right. The slugs are now out of the clouds.
Actually, the slugs do fall through the floor of the clouds and start raining onto the city below.
That's disturbing.
At least
Right.
they're not snails.
You have to defeat Squelchiel, the slug angel.
Have to.
I'm sorry,
we have to
heavy
defeat
weather.
Heavy weather.
Heavy weather.
Yeah.
Heavy weather
Heavy
snails.
weather.
These are not
The devil's rainbow.
Don't look at it!
Did you
Or
know
is it
that you
don't
don't
touch it
actually
again?
turn
No,
into
it's
No,
don't
yeah,
look.
you
No,
don't-
it's
you-
don't look at it.
If you look at it, you
You
get
turn into
blasted
a
with.
slug.
You don't turn into a slug.
Yes, if you look at
actually.
it, you turn into a
You do
snail.
not. You become lethargic and act like one. There is a difference.
There
no,
is.
actually.
No, you
It
believe
makes
you,
you-
are
it-
turning into a snail,
Yeah,
so
it
you
makes
begin
you
to
think.
exhibit snail-like traits.
Yeah, it makes you think you're a snail.
Yeah.
So
Which is
it's so like
wild.
a shell starts growing on your back, and you can only move across the ground, and you can shove your entire arm through a pipe.
Oh, it's so funny. Anyways.
Okay, JoJo's is great. Okay.
So, continuing on.
After this, ma'am, I have no idea what the hell that was, but
You're welcome.
I did see some Ignores you.
You're welcome.
I saw some communiques. Ignores
You're
you.
welcome.
Still not
Lythander.
acknowledging you.
You're
We'll get to
welcome.
it. Don't worry. Lythander.
Before I come in you're
Let it-
welcome.
Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
This one time, please, we can deal with it later.
That's what you say, but I'm no Fudo. That's terrible, Joe.
So basically, what he's gonna get out of and speak to the whole room is that he's seen a certain someone drifting by in the city on his boat made of paper mache clouds, like the guy in the flying paper ship that I mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
That's him. All the pieces are running together, and what essentially he is doing is, in addition to futzing with the geomancy of the city, such as, say, particular shops, he also is doing some weaving of specific destiny around the city that this cloud spirit noticed, and is only able to speak about because of Lythander's magic intervening, and also because he's like the only entity in the whole city who succeeded on an arcane fate roll.
Hey.
That's
Kind of fucked up, man.
Yeah. So essentially, what this guy has been doing, Circe the Cloud Man. You learn about the whole gentrification thing that Gavel has mentioned previously. You also learn that, hey, there's been a suspiciously unlucky amount of coincidences happening at the at various fight clubs all around the city over the last few years. Positions where mortals would normally have win and gotten further and won some cash or follow-up prizes almost exclusively end up going to Dragonbloods instead via various happenstance that seems to happen in the ring. Almost as if all the fight clubs in this entire city are cursed to make mortals not be able to win. Including a certain match with a beetle man.
Little fucker. Alright.
Wait a minute. I'm fighting her right now.
So yeah, the other detail he divulged is that someone is deliberately preventing upward mobility, is preventing Slumdog Millionaire from happening in fight clubs.
Ah, shit. The Rock has teamed up with Vince McMahon's corporate ladder to keep mankind from becoming champion of the WWE.
Okay, now I just
and we must stop them.
I just have to use it. Oh, okay, good news. I found out what the character commission art for Mian's gonna be. Just Vince McMahon.
Oh, no. Oh, that'd be great. That's all I'm...
I can't
time
believe how well that turned out.
Every time we interact with Mayon from now on, in my head, I'm just gonna picture Gavel going up against Vince McMahon.
It's just Vince, the gif of Vince McMahon, like, just grabbing a thing full of cash and just spreading the cash around, like,
yep.
Whenever he moves in the Sidereal martial arts stance, it's just the gorilla walk.
Yep. Along with that, are you aware of someone who refers... I forget if it's themselves or if it's an actual title, but nonetheless, they go by the Shepherd. Are you aware of anyone like that?
No.
No? I relay with what I gleaned from the documents that I found in Mion's room.
The only thing that she seems to pick up on is the notice about the handwriting. Like, you probably put in an offhand comment about how the handwriting fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Wait a moment. Do you have any of those letters with you?
Gavel pulls them out of her back pocket.
A giant dragon with a face the size of a house leans down at you to look at the paperwork.
Gavel
it puts on its tiny. It puts on their tiny, comically sized glasses.
Gavel she already had those on.
Gavel is going to remain deadpanned.
Reads it over. Seems to me whoever the shepherd is, they don't have the normal human finger amount. Wait a moment.
That would explain the atrocious handwriting.
From what I recall, the one time I did see that old goat, when he came down this far southeast, he had very similar handwriting.
Old goat, you say? Is
Yeah,
that literal or metaphorical?
It's literal. He's a goat
the
owner.
goat, though.
Ah.
Well, if you ask his worshippers, yeah. In more ways
he
than
has
one.
a swag style. He has big dick style.
He's goated with the sauce. Not a quirky white boy, though. We've established it.
Well, his fur is white, so...
At this point, Gavel raises an eyebrow, and I'm going to use Unwoven Coadjutor.
Okay, what are you going to ask about?
I'm going to ask, hey, who is that mystery gazelle cart man? The Sadriel from, like, On the Mountains? Way back when?
The answer actually takes a bit to come back to you, because whatever demon picks up the demons that pick up the line sound afraid.
Oh, no.
And the reason for that is because that demon up on the mountain is connected in some way to one of the Death Lords.
No, lovely.
Great.
And there is... The thing that scare all the Yozi the most are their fallen brethren, the Neverborn, and the Death Lords are the Neverborn's right hands.
Yep.
Great. Amazing.
Yeah, so what you're learning, what they're able to get back to you in hushed whispers is that, essentially they were the, Vegeta to whoever Final Glimmer of Fallen Stars' Goku was in life. They were part of their circle of sidereals, and apparently, from what they've been able to glean via ambassadors, spies, in heaven, the current exaltation who the weird celestial Gazelle Carp is Shepard's current incarnation.
Oh! Cool!
The Gazelle Carp was the ghost of their previous life.
Okay. Let me just...
And you actually do get one final bit of an answer that ties into what Tenpenmeshu mentioned earlier. You're able to get a brief eyewitness description of what Shepard looks like.
Uh-huh. Ooh,
They're
hold
goat
on,
folk.
actually. Okay. Goat folk.
So, like, when Lythander hulks out in his, like, super sheep ram mode, she just looks like that day to day. And specifically, you see the sign of Mars on her forehead.
Ah.
Battles cast.
Let's see, so connected to the Death Lord, and you said the Mystery Gazelle Cartman was
her past life.
Her past life. Okay, good. From a past life. Okay. Good to know.
Yes. Very good to know.
Adam not Adam, Gavel looks to Aura. Oh yes, I seem to have picked up a message from beyond. There's something I'll have to talk to you about later.
Meanwhile, Tenpenmeshu just leans backward and rubs her enormous temples with her enormous dragon hands. Is that everything? Anything else you'd wish to drop on my desk?
Yes, but unfortunately, I don't have any more information.
Now, this is an information exchange. You want something from me.
There's one thing I can think of. Shouldn't be too difficult for someone of your stature and your position, of course.
Go ahead and say it.
I want a jade dress.
You what?
I want a jade dress.
It should be
particularly one that's, good against protecting someone, such as myself, from getting shot with a bow and arrow or with magic.
What makes you think I would be able to do that?
That's all I want. Simple enough.
Give me a Force Plus presence roll.
Okay.
Difficulty 5.
Okay, please let this be
help?
kinder than last time. 10. I'm gonna wait before.
Let's see how this roll is first, and then I'll determine that.
3 successes, better than 0, I suppose.
All right, Lythander. You could help via explaining how getting Gavel some new duds would be helpful for defending the city.
We seek to infiltrate the court of.
So
who is the ruler of this land?
Yeah.
I mean her.
You're talking to her.
No, the guy.
We seek to infiltrate your court.
No, not the guy. No, not her. What's his name? It's like a guy. He's.
Let me look at my notes. You want to be a little bit more specific?
He's. So recently, I remember we saw that there were some issues going on at. I believe they said it was the Crimson Court. I don't remember. But essentially, there were some issues going on at like a certain king's palace, and we would learn after a bit that the economy was involved in that, in his court, and because we were banished from these lands by a monk, we wanted to go in disguises so as
Son
to
of a
not
bitch.
Remembered.
What?
Son of a bitch, you worked it back to your dumbass disguise plan.
Yeah, we sure did. I
So
wanted
as to not raise suspicion enough to prove that we broke the deal.
Gavel doesn't want to just give away the dress she was going to get from Rajiv just like that.
Yes, that is a good yes.
Gavel put Aura's wallet to good use, darn it.
Yes.
Okay,
Essentially,
with that,
and then I explained to her, we commissioned a dress. We commissioned a dress of that nature a couple of days ago, but due to circumstances
Beyond our
control,
control!
we were
Due to a
to-
fucking bitch and her
Sure.
girlfriend's pet shock.
due to circumstances beyond our control, we were forced to give the dress away to someone who needed it more at the time, and now we seek to get something like that in return.
You're coming to the ruler of a city to get clothes.
Yes.
I mean, I think that's an even exchange for what we told
They're
you.
Ma'am-
good clothes, though. They're high quality. Exceptionally rare.
Ma'am, you've known me in another cycle. You should kind of expect how I work at this point.
Upon further reflection, you were that vain previously, too.
Oh, it's not for vanity. No, I hate dresses, but our current mission unfortunately calls for it.
Well, there isn't. If you're so insistent on this, you could get some other form of. I heard it called a pantsuit.
I'm not getting a
Wouldn't that
pantsuit.
be better than a dress?
Look, Look, I just need this. Don't worry about the details. I just need it.
Okay, go ahead and both of you guys, all the other players, give me requisite other social roles of force plus presence.
All right.
Gavel, you already did that. This is. For
Oh yeah, I
everyone else.
did. You're right. Yep. Please, you two, get a 5. That's
Oh,
6
shit!
successes.
I think that works.
That's 6
It does,
out of.
yeah.
Yep. And then let's see auras.
Chills.
Now, why is it you want Jade? It's my understanding that the Sun Metal is more towards your specialties.
Because that's what we were originally going to get.
See, we aren't actually asking for more than what we were going to do ourselves. Hey.
Yes, but since that fucking bitch took it, I want a different one.
It's not my fault you lost it. Or hers.
It's not my fault that her girlfriend's a total
Not their
bitch.
fault. No.
Wait, you mean the magistrate?
Yes.
That's her adopted daughter.
Huh.
I
She
believe
seemed
you
to
woefully misunderstood what relationships are.
Yes.
Either way, she's
No,
still a
she
total
isn't.
bitch.
What we did was unacceptable.
Gavel's going to remain there unfazed.
Lythander is just sitting there tapping his foot.
But still, she phrased it like they were in a relationship, not in a familial sort. Don't worry about it. Anyway.
Fine. I have many strings I could pull to cut purses and force Jade into the right places, and you can have your damn clothes.
Thank you.
Now, if there's anything else, there are 15 different apocalypses you dropped on my desk I need to get ready for.
Oh, one more thing.
And we're going to solve about 14 of them in the next week.
One?
Alright, what is it?
Oh, that was a joke. That was a Columbo joke.
Midway through that sentence, you actually fall through the sky. You fall through the clouds, Lythander. Drop into the ocean below. Followed afterward by the other two.
Gavel is going to remain unfazed and just fall.
This works via soft water rules. Because you were dropped out of a spirit court, so you'll land fine, but soaked.
I'm going to turn into a bird and just fly away.
Okay.
Gavel's going to swim.
Adam will also swim.
There is a second or a following.
There is.
Wait, what?
That is some really rough water on the way here.
Huh?
Okay, I'm gonna put this person in a chokehold.
Oh, yeah, like that's gonna do anything. Hi, sorry I'm late. Had to regrow my arm.
Huh?
Turns out that injury stuck across all different shapes.
Who are you?
Huh? Oh. You're Lythander's master, I presume.
No, it's me, no way.
Oh! Hello! Because he just said there's a second aura coming in. I thought it was an after image.
She has your shape.
Oh! I forgot she has my shape. I didn't know she had my shape.
Well, now you do, and now we both
guess-
do.
And now
I guess now I do. Oh, hey, what's going on?
Gavel's no longer gonna attempt to put Niue in a chokehold.
So anyway, I guess I figured it out. So anyway, what's going on?
Well, first things first, why did you fall out of the sky?
We were,
why didn't
we
you?
were talking to the ruler of the city.
Well, I had to take a sea route to get here because whatever kinds of stuff Stinger is doing is letting him do this insane teleportation trick. It is very difficult to get away from him.
Say that again.
He shows up in reflections.
Ah, fuck, it's fucking the Hanged Man. It's Jay Guile.
The Gile? The Jilster?
I'm trying to think. I'm looking through my notes. Who in the world is this?
100 Venom Stinger.
Oh, it is him. Okay. I'll make a note of that now.
That's it.
Wait, wouldn't that mean the water counts as that, or are we talking purely mirrors and such?
What accounts?
Whatever it is, he took off even more of my limbs, and as she's saying this, you see that a lot of her limbs are kind of stunted in terms of their proportions, like they came from children. And you can see that all of her limbs have been chopped off and are growing back.
Oh.
Jeez,
This is why
please.
it took so long for her to show back up.
You need some help with that?
Nothing. If you had a way to give me more time, then sure, but
actually,
I don't think you can do that.
Niue,
Hold on.
come here.
Hold on. Let me
You
just-
see Lythander
I'm gonna-
perch on her and
I'm
force
gonna-
them
I'm
into
gonna-
the...
Shut up. I'm gonna, because this is what friends do for friends. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna tie, I'm gonna grab my, my jacket because it doesn't fit me anymore. And I'm gonna tie it around her waist, her stub pretty much, and, just sort of carry her on my back like a backpack.
Carrying a mini version of you.
Yes. And now we can be Banjo and Kazooie.
Oh no.
Adam and Anui.
Adam and Nui, yeah, exactly.
Or Anui. Well, I can technically give you
Alright.
more time.
Gonna go keep swimming back to shore.
Define technically.
I can warp you to a place where time exists differently. I
Alright,
will
sure, give it a
teleport
shot.
away into the ring.
And into the ring she goes.
5 days later. 10 days later. 1 year later. She is still in there, never to be seen again.
27 years later.
I think it's like a year and I think it works more like an hour differential, so this might speed up some time, but
8 hours is a second.
she might not have all the limbs.
Yeah, we're not just waiting around. We're like walking
Yeah, it's run back to shore.
away from the place.
And as this is happening, I'm going to need attribute plus athletics rolls to avoid getting stung by jellyfish.
Oh,
Normal
lovely.
jellyfish that are coming in with the surf.
Okay, what did you say exactly for
Any attribute plus athletics.
Thank
Is that for
goodness.
everybody or
Okay.
just-
Yeah, this happens to me all the time.
That's for everyone.
2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
This happens to me all the time. This is why I don't like the beach.
5D.
Thank goodness.
7.
I actually
Two.
pumped some stuff into athletics.
I have
between
no
sessions.
athletics. 5 successes.
Yeah.
Why out of all my rolls is this one I
This one might be the
possibly
most important
succeed?
one, you never know.
4 successes.
It's difficulty 3.
Yeah.
So the clothes that Gavel and Aura are wearing prove to be thick enough to protect from jellyfish stings. Lythander, one of the jellyfish pokes at you. I'm gonna need a separate fortitude plus physique roll.
What is my physique? Oh, okay.
Four successes.
What was that noise?
My phone dropped.
Ouch.
Okay, I will narrate what is happening in case you want to try and stunt your way out of this.
Oh.
The second you touch this, you feel lunar essence course through it. This is not a poisoning effect. This is... You rapidly realize that this jellyfish is an extension of Stinger, and he's trying to do something to you through it.
Like a mind control something? Or leaking memories?
Physical. It's something to do with physical appearance.
I am going
He
to...
is attempting to steal your face through jellyfish.
Precisely, actually.
I am going to spend 3 motes to rapidly change between different people.
Okay, okay, I'll allow it. Go ahead and stunt.
Seizure technique.
Nice.
2.
So 6 successes in total.
Seizure technique.
Okay, because of your mass moat burn, you do actually manage to shift your shoulders out of the way just in time between all the shapes you just remembered that you have from rampaging over in the city in a murder spree. And you manage to, at the very last second, not be there as the jellyfish brushes against you. You get the sense that if it had stung you, it would have taken your face.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I thought we were friends.
Remember what Ring Eater said. Imperialists are not your friends.
I thought we were friends. They tried to steal my face. I guess I'm gonna have to steal his life. Your wife, Mr. Jason, is going to die.
Your wife, Mr. Jason, is going to be mine.
And you actually do see a few people, like fishermen in the surf, who do seem to be nursing sting wounds.
They have no face.
No, No, they have their faces. It's just now he has them too.
Oh.
Thank goodness that thing doesn't have my face.
Okay.
A mass espionage campaign is being set up.
Well, that's...
So before we go into...
hey!
before we go into the next
Dragon!
round-
Or, wait, I forget her name already. Shit.
New way.
No. Dragon Lady. The hot one.
Oh,
Tenpenmeshu?
Tenpenmeshu.
Sure.
Yeah, here, I found some more info!
Silence.
yeah, I figured that was going to be the case.
Like, I'm not even trying to front. It's important information.
Silence.
I will use my performance.
Go ahead. Force plus performance.
Nah, I'm using fortitude.
I'll allow it.
And an excellency in performance.
Oh my goodness sakes.
Damn it.
That is 4 successes.
Out of 15 dice.
Difficulty 5, unfortunately. She's too busy in her paperwork.
So close, yet so far.
We will
Because
try
that-
to answer your call on the next available business day.
Your prayer is important to us.
But it seems our lines are full.
To hear a prayer response in Fire Tongue, press 1. To hear a prayer response in River Speak, press 2.
If you would like a response,
You won't get one. Sorry.
Okay, does everyone have time for the next round of Fight Club tonight? Because that actually did run pretty long for a planned social scene. So if you want
I
to...
think so.
yeah, it's only been an hour. I have time.
I have time, yeah.
Yeah.
I should be able to
We have time.
expedite it a little bit with actually knowing how to, fight.
We have time for Sunday.
Okay, yeah, let's do it then. Fuck it.
Let's get ready to... Oh, wait, I can't say that. Never mind.
Alright, so let's just launch into the next round of the Fight Clubs. We'll be running Lythander and Adam's matches at the same time. First entry stage is... these are happening simultaneously, so first let's cut to Lythander entering the ring at the same time Tanisa, still disguised as Janests, does. And she's doing a weird thing. She's spending a mote on some kind of message within a message technique. So she is doing a lot of trash talking to the crowd, but Lythander is picking up on subtle body language and outright words slipped in between words that no one else seems to be doing, which is essentially, I know your memories were stolen, but do show me how much you remember. Let's see if you can make this interesting.
I just...
Oh, and by the way, you will be graded on your performance. You see her holding a tiny report card.
So, wait, she's saying that to me?
No, she's
No,
saying that to
she's-
Lythander, who
Denise's-
Lythander just blinks and casts Glorious Exalted Bolt onto the report card.
Okay.
I'm starting this fight off.
Alright, in the meantime, cut to the other section. Aura. Standing on the other side of the ring is Nellen's Liza.
The real one
or the Well.
fake one?
Oh, there's only ever been one. You're thinking of Janests.
Oh. Yeah.
Well, took us long enough to get here.
I thought you were Aura
That
still.
it's
I hope you haven't been getting rusty in between fights instead of...
Now, I don't know what you've been doing in your off time, but I have been working too. Either way, though, per our agreement earlier, this is the only circumstance in which I could take out my frustration. So then, and she says this under her breath so the audience can't hear, show me what the anathema woman can do.
That's the spirit, sister.
Everyone,
Come at
roll
me.
join battle.
I forget what role.
All right.
Battle.
Step 1.
Any skill plus any attribute you're using to get ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
5.
Fucking. Here we go. Fucking Blossom of Inevitable Demise on join battle.
Oh, join battle! I
That's
am
for,
shooting my glorious exalted bolt right at it. At the report
That's
card.
for Liza, and then let's roll for Ring Eater.
Finesse plus ranged combat.
Oh, they didn't roll well.
Yeah, that might be good though. For them.
Automatic successes to the roll. To the
I
joint
mean,
battle roll equal
For
to
both
the
of them,
finesse
combat
range.
is only part of their secondary pools, even though they have plenty of skills to make up for it. So,
To
that
add-
being said, they have plenty of shitloads of bags of tricks to make this fight more interesting than the poor Yaku man who devolved into a slap fight.
That's 3 successes. That's 3 automatic successes. Excuse me.
Right?
Let's see. Just one. Oh, we don't have.
So I go first. I'm sure to win because I'm going first.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Do you roll yet?
What do you mean? I rolled a 5.
Okay, so the order is Aura, Lythander, and then Tanisa and Liza.
All right. So we're gonna start off with the classic. We're gonna flurry, streaming arrow stance. For the scene. 1 mote.
The Exalt cheat sheet
now
no longer
I calculate
exists.
defense.
What is this?
Now I
What's that,
calculate
sorry?
defense.
The Exalt cheat sheet for combat.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Anyway, yeah. I'm going to be calculating defense using ranged combat instead of either thing.
Okay.
And then, thanks to the flurry, I can do one more thing, which I will use to commit another mote for Righteous Devil form.
All right then.
Which this is the only one that's on step 1 for the scene, which means that I can do both at the same time.
All right.
And then I'm going to move back and do the funny and do the Jackie Chan flick my hand at her and be like, "Come on."
Okay, next up, Lythander.
Alrighty, yeah. So I point my ring to use that as an essence for the Glorious Exalted Bolt.
Okay, so for Glorious Exalted Bolt, it is a heavy ranged weapon.
Yep.
So it has accuracy +1
So I add an extra dice then.
and damage plus. You add an auto success.
Got it. 6 successes, so I will gain 6 power.
Well, it depends on her
Oh,
defense,
true.
and
Yeah,
I believe.
you're right.
All right, let me go pull up Tamisa's stat sheet. One moment. We'll look under the variant for this. You get your overwhelm of 3
Oh,
because it's an artifact weapon, so you have 3 power.
wow. So 6. She has over 6 defense. Got it.
No, she doesn't have that high. It's just you only just met it, and overwhelm is the minimum you could get.
Oh wait, no, that's 5 successes.
She's-
Never mind. In brain, no work.
Yeah, she's a very defensive fighter. So you do shoot the bolt of what kind of bolt are you shooting? Is it a butterfly swarm? Is it like poison, like animal needles? Is it just pure silver energy?
It's a single butterfly that rips up the paper.
It's a dolphin.
Okay.
It's a dolphin
It eats
flying
the
through the
report
air.
card. It's a moth that eats the report card.
Okay, as the glass moth soars through the air and slices out her hand. She kind of pulls it and cuts Gil over in a burst of silver light. Oh, you finally learned to hit with that.
You're a dead woman. You have no idea how much.
All right.
I'm going to put you through.
All right. Next up is she's up next actually. Oh, funny you mentioned pain. I have a few tricks myself. Let's do this then. She is going to commit 2 motes to activate Hungry All-Consuming Cloud is the name of one of these, but I think this one is a different name. So, part of her body turns into a swarm of bees.
Huh. It's almost as if my attacks are swarms of butterflies, which can easily cut through a swarm of bees.
That is literally the opposite of how that happens, but yes.
It's
So-
also not
so
the
the
only
thing
thing
is that I have a-
all-consuming.
So, Jill, think about this for a second. I have a scatter shot. A scatter shot deals more to swarms than a single shot.
Korak, have you ever seen a bee?
Yes.
Have you ever been stung by
No.
a bee? Okay, so imagine a bee.
Imagine the Bee movie with
Now imagine
Jerry
a bee.
Seinfeld.
Yes.
Now imagine that there's more of them than you can physically count out with your eyes.
Yeah, exactly, which...
And they're all in a swarm, and they all are making the loudest sound you've ever heard.
Specifically, the bees are all swarming in the shape of her arm.
You see, that's what bug spray was built
Her
for.
arm is bees. I hope
I
you
do.
have some. And she is flurrying that with a basic withering attack as she is activating a White Reaper style.
Oh no!
Now it's a flurry attack, so it's not a good dice pool, but she might get her overwhelmed depending. Oh, Discord, please behave. Stop it! Stop it!
Please cease, Discord. Oh,
She does not get
She
it.
gets
Now
overwhelmed.
we established
One.
that even if you miss, you still
Yeah,
get
you still get your overwhelm.
So she also gets 3
I see you.
because she is
I
using
see you know accuracy too.
I see that your Schwartz is as big as mine. And as she swings at you, she's doing a Grim Reaper stance and resting the scythe on her shoulder. And the other Janests in the cloud is just kind of glaring at it. It's like, that's not how you hold a scythe. What are you doing? You need to hold it like this if you want to swing it at something, damn it.
Janice, she's
What are you doing?
losing on purpose, it seems.
Oh no, this is just me
Not knowing what to do? Yeah.
warming up. Cut to someone who also knows what they're doing. Liza. She commits 2 motes to activate Eagle Wing style to just straight up fly.
Wait, that's illegal.
She drifts all the way. Nope, we already established there's no Z-axis in this tournament.
I know, that's the joke.
She flies all the way to the top of the ceiling at medium range from Adam Aura.
All right.
And as she does this, she is flurrying with an attack on you. As from her sleeve, she takes a bracelet around her arm and taps a gem set into its side, and it begins to expand and immediately turns into a chakram.
Oh, she is also a ranged fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
Now it's getting interesting.
This is a thrown weapon, and she is just at the limit of the range, and she's gonna copy this along with activating Air Dragon form.
By the
So
way, did
spending
she
another mote. So she's at 3 motes.
Yeah, she walked toward me, right? To get
No,
in range.
she drifted into the air.
Into the air.
Yeah,
So
she is
she in
flying.
range? Because I walked 1 range band back.
She drifted she drifted forward. She is within medium range of you, but in the sky.
Okay.
Alright, so let's roll die pool for martial arts. Let me see what I put for that. No, that's Relentless Sergeant Mist sheet. Ah, here it is. Okay. Not super high, but again, this is just the setup for later.
She does not penetrate my defense.
She gets overwhelmed, so another 3 for her. So she hooks it at you and you parry it with your gun, but at the same time the air around you feels colder, and I'll reveal what one of her anima effects are. I forget the exact name, some kind of aspect of Mela effect. All ranged attacks against her gain a 2 die penalty.
Okay. Now it's getting interesting.
What's this?
So
Something to counter Adam?
So you built her to beat me. Got it.
I mean, all Air Aspect Dragonbloods do this, but her specifically I kind of did build to give you a challenge for once.
Alright.
Alright, top of the new round. Adam's up again.
Well, you're a clever one, ain't you, lady? I gotta say, I think I'm gonna have a lot more fun with this one. Alright. Let's see if you can keep up with me. And then I'm going to move into short range.
How?
Her.
She's flying.
How is... She's in medium range of me.
Yeah, in the air. She's floating directly above you.
Above my head.
Yes.
Alright. Serves, I guess. That's fine. Because... Blossom of Inevitable Demise. 1 mode on step 1. I can extend... Wait, no, that's... Yeah, no, that works still. I can extend the Fire Wand's maximum range by a range band. And then I'm also going to aim, because I'm not using my fucking movement for anything else. Of course. So... This is a reflexive thing, so I can still do my action. Which means... I'm going to use Observer Deceiving Attack by spending 2 modes.
Do you have the power to spend for that? Oh yeah, you do, I think.
Yes. I started out on 2. So, Distract Gambit, 2 dice bonus, and then immediately follow with a Withering Range Attack.
Keep in mind, all ranged attacks against her get a -2 penalty.
That's fine, because in Righteous Devil form, I get extra attack dice. I get 1 extra attack dice at medium range. So it at least helps mitigate some of that.
Yeah.
I think it's going to have to be knocking her out of the air, which I don't know how I'm going to do that.
Yeah, Mela's Breath is the ability that is active. She can also just kind of drift across range bands for free. She is incredibly mobile.
Right, but she can only attack me at medium range.
Yeah. That you know of.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Yeah, we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna do that. How does the Distract Gambit work again?
Let me pull it up in the sheet. 1 moment. Right, combat actions. Under Gambits. Going down. Distract costs 2 power. So, decrease the target's defense by 1 for each extra success over it.
Okay, but what do I roll?
It is a combat roll. You could use performance or presence instead of a combat ability with this gambit.
I'll just use the regular one.
Okay.
So I would be lowered to 7 dice from my 9. But because I have the stuff, I raise it back to 8. Frankly, it might have been better to just keep it for excellency, but she is too far out of my range for me to actually use that. So this is actually the only way I can target her. And yeah, we're doing this. 3 successes.
Let me see what the...
So I reduce her defense by 3 for the next withering attack, which I can immediately do at no dice penalty.
Okay, the defense drops from 5 to 2. But keep in mind of the penalty to hit for her air aura.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, not you, aura, her air aura around her. This is going to be a confusing fight because we have many auras going at once.
So you decided to make yourself easier to hit by throwing yourself in the air. Gotta say, you're not the brightest, are you?
Famous last words.
Maybe it's because you were all distracted with your own plots that your sister ended up getting hurt. Ever think of that? That is what the distract gambit ends up.
Alright, there is a long pause, and you could tell she heard you, but her next words are, "I'm sorry, I'm too high up to hear whatever you just said," even though she clearly heard you.
Anyway, I think I hit her, so
That gets you
4.
your... Yeah, her defense is currently... So you get 2 power, but Overwhelm makes it 3.
4.
Does that apply? Doesn't Flame only apply... It's an...
No, it...
Where's the extra Overwhelm come from? It should be 3.
I think it... No, I definitely think it's 4.
From the balance tag. Okay.
Yeah, balanced.
Speaking of balance, that's what she gets, actually, too. So she is at 4 power as well, rather than 3.
Damn. All right. And back to... I'm also at 2 anima. All right. Honestly, I think I'm going to have to play this a bit more defensively, too.
Well, we'll see how when it gets to her turn. Next up
But
is
it is nice that like I have my defenses are high enough that she has to like attack me through my stuff.
She may have workarounds. Lythander, speaking of workarounds, you're up.
Just trying to think of what I should do here. She's bees, right?
Partially bees.
So if I become a honey badger, she can't do anything to me.
Well, she's also partially a person.
So she'd be afraid of me then,
a honey badger.
because nothing is not afraid of a honey badger.
Unfortunately, meme power doesn't work on other shapeshifters.
That is fair. Let's see. I guess I am going to commit a moat. So, and then I am going to build will.
Okay.
I'm going to use sagacity plus fortitude to try to gain a bit of will.
Sounds good.
5. So I will gain 2, if I remember correctly, because it's against 3, right?
Yeah, you also learned a shitload about the spirit courts of the city, though, so your shaping ritual has also activated.
Okay. So I'd be at 4 will then. Got it.
Yes.
Alright, and then that will be my turn since I can't use the defend action, because I already called an action, right? Or Shadow Flurry.
Well, because you activated Shadow Hands casting, you could flurry it with full defense.
Well, I'm flurrying it with gaining will.
Okay.
Or at least I think that's how that
flurry
works.
the activation. How the Shadow Hands casting works is it lets you flurry like for the whole scene, it lets you flurry, build will with any non-combat action for no penalty.
So, but oh wait, that doesn't count as an action, does it? By itself.
Yeah, not anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna full defense then.
Okay, that gives you +1 defense.
Nice.
All right. Next up is Tanisa. Well, that was me doing a warm-up swing. Let's see how you do in regards to this. And let me just scroll down to White Veil style. What's your hardness, Lythander?
My hardness is, give me 1 second to tell you my big hard is 4.
Okay, so she is going to do another, withering attack, but she is spending 1 mote for, Bleeding Crescent Strike. She is doubling 9s on this attack roll.
Okay.
So this is going to be her... Yep, so that's 9 dice then, and with the auto success from the accuracy of the weapon. Well, there's no 9s in there, but that's 5 successes.
Yeah.
Does that clear?
Well, I have 4 hardness, so what do you say?
Well, that's it's a withering attack. So
Oh, it's against defense then. My defense is 5.
So it just barely meets, so she gets overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So she's at 6
Well, she gets
power now.
overwhelmed no matter what, so...
That's how fights go with this.
Which is good.
There's momentum.
Yeah.
So she whacks you in the... She actually smacks you across the face with the butt of the scythe. And as she's doing this, silver energy starts to swirl and whirl around her. You know, it's a shame we don't teach you through that, but martial arts are best taught through violence.
You expect me to do a quip after something dumb like that?
Sorry, I don't talk well in the heat of battle. I'm best in a court and a ballroom and all that shit. Here, I'm too busy working with the essence fever. Come on!
Ew,
All right.
You think that's good? Okay, I can tell you're new to all of this.
Slow zooming her. I'm hundreds of years old.
Really, you seem like you're 2.
Move. Camera cuts after that to Eliza. After you fired at her again. Right then. She is going to flurry more charms together, spend even more modes. The first thing she's going to do is activate Elemental Protection Technique. She gains 2 additional soak and hardness against fire attacks.
You jerk.
And then for the other one, she is going to spend 2 power to activate Wrathful Wind's Roar. A one-time environmental hazard as she claps her hands together and the entire ground around you starts shaking and you are blown almost off your feet. I am going to need you to make a to make a Fortitude plus Physique roll.
Immediately?
Yep. This is her biohazard attack, similar to your bonfire.
This is her biohazard.
This is bad.
This
is bad. She managed to pick out at the least good stats I have.
Again, it's
and
like I built her to counter you.
That's 1 success.
Okay, damage is equal to, well, her essence is 3, and she probably has a... So, what is your, soak? Wait, no, soak doesn't apply to envirohazard damage, does it?
I don't believe it does.
Is there anything I can do here?
Not die.
Do you have any way to react to environmental hazards?
Not in the way you think. I do have...
Let me scroll up to what it says about environmental hazards, just to make sure you don't insta-gib. Because that's not the intention, I think, but...
I'm not gonna insta-gib. I'm just gonna take 3 damage.
Oh no, it's damage 5.
Oh, for fuck's sake, that's way too much!
I told you this would be a hard fight.
I don't think I can win this fight.
Well, we'll figure it out.
I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just scrolling down to what it says about enviro hazards. 1 second. Damage out of combat, maybe.
No, it's technically in combat.
I'll cut some... Well, I want to make sure I'm not screwing over the player.
And that's the entire point of the tournament. We're not supposed to win all fights.
I mean, you might.
I know, but
But this would be an anticlimactic ending if...
I'm gonna try to react with,
Okay, yeah, I'll allow you retro stunt.
I'm gonna try to react with something. So I'm gonna attempt to activate Burning Judgment Halo.
Okay.
And I'm going to, on the response to her casting her Enviro Hazard, I'm going to try to replace it with my own. By spending 1 mode and 2 power.
Okay. Anime beam struggle.
And then I'm going to spend 1 anima to extend the bonfire out to long range.
Oh, God. Okay, yeah, I will allow this as a clash instead of an attempt at a normal defense.
Okay. What do we roll for clash?
It's an attack to counter someone else's attack.
Okay, here we go. Spend the excellency. 10, that would make it 14?
I'm gonna have her do a roll for her side of the beam struggle, just to be fair.
Okay, that's fair. Okay, that's way too many 1s. Okay, let's do it again.
Doing an excellency for this.
I think I actually have an additional 1 from Dazzling Flare. Do I? No, that's for damage. I can also... No, that's too many modes. Alright. Yes, I beat it!
Ooh! Okay, so... as this shockwave of air and hurricane wind forces is coming at you, you point your gun at, and then you weave the essence patterns into existence, and a beam struggle is happening! Hurricane force winds versus fire, and the fire wins out. Now she's gonna have to make a resistance roll.
Alright,
Kill her.
sadly there is the difficulty is reduced by how much range I extended past. So I might be better to just extend it to medium range.
Also, elemental protection technique counts against this too,
Oh dear.
because it is fire.
Damn it. So no, it does not deal. Oh, this doesn't deal fire damage. This just deals damage.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This deals righteousness damage.
Yes. So she would. So this is 3 difficulty and deals 2 damage per round.
Well, she did meet it this time, but she might not in the future.
And because it's but it's also nice because it lasts 3 turns and it provides me cover.
All right, so it's hers deals a fuckload way more damage, but yours has more utility.
Concealment. It counts as concealment.
Right.
Is what it. I hope she spent a lot of motes on that because I also did, and I'm very worried.
Oh yeah, I think she has she's gone through half her moat pool, I think.
Oh dear. So have I. Oh man,
Oh, jeez.
this is gonna get hurt. This is gonna hurt. This is gonna be a bad one.
Mm.
I can just tell. And what's really bad too is that she's at medium range. I straight up can't hit her unless I spend a mote. So I can't even do I can't even turtle with excellencies in order to save motes for later.
I think setting up the beam struggle was your turn here, if that makes sense.
That's fair.
Okay, so
I definitely agree.
Alright, Lythander's up now then.
Alrighty, I am going to... let's see here. A flurry gives me -2 to my dice pool, correct?
-3.
-3. To both or just the...
Yeah, to both.
Both. What happens if I were to... Okay, so what if I were to double my stats and then flurry? By using an excellency.
The excellency would weaken the bonus, but not get rid of it entirely, since if it's the +5, I think, for the excellency,
Yeah, it's
then
+5, so...
it's -3, so it's averages to +2.
Okay, so then it would be 12 dice then for my dice pool then if I were to do it this way.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to use 2 motes. That is going to...
Also, wait a minute, Rex. I just remembered.
Go ahead.
Don't Solars win ties?
Yes, they do.
What is the 3 successes here?
Oh, fuck. 3 6...
3
Shit.
successes means she fails.
Alright, so she
Which
does
means she takes
2 damage, yeah.
3 damage.
Okay, so...
Because it's equal to my force, which would normally be 4 damage, but it's 3 because I extended it to medium range.
Oh, wait. The Exalt may lower the damage of any environmental hazards of the appropriate element by 2.
Oh,
I'm ruling that...
motherfuck.
Right, just... She takes 1 rather than 3.
Yeah, that's fair.
So you do manage to see some first-degree burns form on her, but the buffeting of air surrounding her at all times protected her from the brunt of it, so she is still very much good to go. She only took damage to her -0 health.
How the hell am I going to get rid of this aura?
Alrighty, so...
I thought you were Aura! Smiles.
So,
Is there anything
I
can
am
do?
going to use a Glorious Exalted Bolt, and then I am going to try to gain... And then I'm going to gain some will. I'm going to flurry gain will action.
I don't think you can do, it says you can flurry build will with non-attack actions.
Yeah, without suffering penalties.
Yeah, but an attack and a build will is not covered under, that charm.
I know, I'm taking the penalty.
Okay, yeah, okay, go ahead.
If that makes sense, is that I'm taking the -3 to...
I think that works. Yeah, that works.
Alright, so that's 6 successes on the Glorious Exalted Bolt. So that's going to give me 3
Alright.
power.
Mm-hmm.
Or does that give me 4? Because I rolled a 5 before. I'm guessing gives me
Her
3.
defense, it gets you 3,
Okay.
yeah.
So she has a defense of 4 as well. Got it. Or 5. Maybe even 6.
Yeah, 5.
I don't know. And now I'm going to build will. 4. So I will get 2. Alrighty. And that will be my turn.
I
Okay.
have an idea.
Go
I
ahead.
have a brilliant, stupid fucking idea. A beautiful idea.
Oh, wait, hang on. This is step 8 at the very end of her turn, so...
No,
What?
I'm not talking about the end of her turn. I'm talking about the start of my next turn.
I'm actually talking about, Tanisa right now, because she has something she could do as part of White Reaper No, the hungry all-consuming cloud is a counter. So she is going at the end of that glorious exalted bolt. She is going to spend. I'm scrolling down to her sheet. One anima on step 8 to make a decisive counterattack. So she is going to spend 4 power on this. She has that leaves her with 2 left. So
Okay.
unfortunately, she does miss. But that's not her turn. That's just
the attack.
the action she takes for a counter.
Yeah, so she loses
No, that's a
1
counterattack.
power, if I remember correctly.
Correct. She's at 5 now. And she spent an anima to do that. So now it is her turn proper, though. Well, at least you have good footwork. I'll give you that. Now, what was that you were saying about me being young? Oh, that is really good. You clearly have no idea what you're dealing with, though, do you? Your inability to take anything seriously is going to bite you, kid. Let me explain how.
Rar XD. Ooh woo. Jump. Nuzzle wuzzle.
Oh no.
Damn it. Alright, now she is absolutely fucking making a full
Got 'em.
decisive attack with adding an excellency on
Okay.
it. What's her defense, bud?
4.
Okay, so she does hit with 1 overflow success.
Actually, that is no
She spent-
overflow success. That just is a hit.
Okay.
Because it's 4 versus 4.
Alright.
Oh, wait, no, she gets a plus to the
Okay,
weapon,
yeah,
doesn't
that
she? Or does she get plus 1
Uh,
accuracy at all with this?
She gets plus
Okay.
1 accuracy and plus 1
Okay,
damage.
so yeah, never mind, I apologize. So yeah, that would be 1 overflow success.
It's alright.
I was just looking at
Okay,
I was just
plus-
looking at numbers, and it's like, oh, that's 4, so that meets. Without...
Yeah, it's fine. Plus the 5 power spent, plus the 1 damage of the weapon. That is 7 dice, and her 9's on this double because of White Reaper
Okay.
form. And what is your soak?
My soak? 2.
Alright, let me just make sure I am parsing this correctly, because you might just tank that entire
I
hit.
think that deals 1.
No, I think you eat the whole thing, actually.
Really? I thought if it hit the soak value, you take 1 still, or minimum is always 1.
I think that was me fucking up the rules, actually.
Okay, it's... Like, please let me... Like, I want to know, because I don't want to cheat you out on your stuff here, because you don't...
Yeah, I think I believe your soak is high enough that because she rolled so shitty on damage, you actually do manage to just tank the hit. You tech the throw.
That's kind of hilarious, actually.
It kind of is, yeah. With a full excellency and everything, she swings with the scythe, and you only manage to get a bad haircut.
She connects! But...
She connects, but she does not draw blood.
I stumble
just
back,
now have a
faking
bad
like
crew
I'm
cut.
holding my chest.
You're not fooling anyone, kid.
Yeah, but you were fooling around with me if you said that was your full power. I thought you said I'd start regretting it.
Oh, I never said combat was my full power. Do you really think that's what we're doing
No,
here?
but apparently my aloofness is what's going to let me win. Meh.
Cut to Liza. You actually did scorch her, so she does dust some shit off of her shoulders. Well, it seems that the shockwave trick might not be our best strategy. Standard martial arts it is, then! And she is going to, she was at 6 power too. She spent 2 of it for that attack, so she is going to, go for a, decisive. Your hardness is 4, right, Aura? Oh, what's your hardness?
How hard are you?
Is 5.
Okay, so she actually doesn't have enough for the decisive attack then, so She is going to go for another withering then.
Oh wait, no. I was looking at my summoned armor, which is
You don't have that set up yet.
yeah, no.
Okay, so in that case, she
So
is going to go with...
it is 4.
Alright, she is going to go with a decisive attack on you then, with an excellency. With the accuracy of the thrown weapon, that is 6 successes.
Minus the concealment.
Is that for successes penalty or the die pool penalty?
I don't remember. Concealment.
Unless stated otherwise, I think that's die pool penalty. So I'll re-roll that for 9 dice, I think that would be. I'll re-roll. Ooh. Well, that's still 5 successes.
Is it?
Yeah, with 2 accuracy.
But Solars win tie, so I win.
Shit! Oh, that is a powerful ability, man. I didn't notice that until now.
Yep.
Alright, so how do you block the throw?
You
How do you
simply
deflect Axel's
tech it.
chakram?
Well, I'm through Axel's fire right now, so I'm just sort of whipping it out of the air with my baton, essentially. I'm just trying to look at I'm just trying to figure out like a place to go here.
Let me see if she could do the other thing in the middle of her turn, too. I just want to check how that power of Eagle Wing style works. Okay, yeah, she is also spending 2 anima to activate the subtype of Eagle Wing style Soaring Zephyr Flight. You're going to need a roll to resist a cold hazard.
God damn it.
Matt
these fucking
Hazard.
hazards. What do I roll?
Fortitude plus integrity. Sorry, fortitude plus physique, sorry.
Louises. Alright, that's 4 successes.
I think that should be enough. Let me just check how the severe cold hazard works. Alright, scrolling up to... Okay, yeah, non-combat damage. 1 every 5 rounds. I think you're fine, yeah.
So that would be at the end of my turn, right?
Yeah.
And where is this cold hazard on me right now?
She's just kind of flying over you, and there's just sub-zero temperatures that start forming around you as she's projecting them from her, like, thrusting downward in flight.
Alright. So I'm going to do something I never thought I was going to do.
Go.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and activate, and reflexively activate, what do you call it? Glorious Solar Arsenal.
I see. Now the question is, do you guys think that blows your cover, or do you think that Lythander's mass type shield effect takes effect?
Not yet. I know one other thing that's going to blow my cover, though, and it's what I'm planning to do next. Of course, because I'm at range combat 5 and in misses 2, I also gain a reflexive focus, inspire, or rally build power action on top of it.
Okay.
So I'm going to use it on, what do you call it? Which one's the one that takes integrity?
Focus, I think.
And yeah, focus is just for me. So
Yeah.
that's integrity or awareness, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna go use awareness, plus force, plus the excellency, which goes to 12. That is 5 successes.
Alright, that's 2 power.
And
I have Lythander's sheet. Let me see if flawless impenetrable disguise would function for this.
I'm gonna go ahead, and I'm not gonna build. I am not going to summon a. I'm not gonna summon armor. Not armor.
Okay.
Instead, I'm going to summon a heavy version of the weapon that I'm currently using.
Okay.
In case you let me, because I have artifact 4, I'm going to try to summon an artifact.
I'm a little confused. What exactly are you trying to do? You're trying to call another artifact to dual wield?
No, I'm trying to call a different artifact that would let me, fight her better.
That would be a different kind of ranged weapon than the fire wand.
Yes. Because I actually still have... abilities that work fine.
It's just you wouldn't be able to use the devil powers through it.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you could conjure forth any kind of ranged weapon then. Just like a crossbow or something.
Is there elemental weaknesses in play?
You are being buffeted by a shitload of wind. What do you think would be an elemental weakness of that?
Lightning?
Unfortunately, no, that's counted under air in this cosmology.
So close.
So, water?
Yeah, we did establish earlier in the session water and air fucking hate each other.
Alright. Let me see if I remember. I know that there's actually a water artifact in the,
Oh my god, you're gonna summon a super soaker?
maybe not. This is so... Can you call a small break roll? I try to figure out what this is?
Well, go ahead and do it anyway.
So I have enough power, or I have enough will, but I am going to use another mote.
Yeah, Yeah, this ignores the defensive... This attack, because it's a giant swarm of butterflies, it does ignore the defensive bee techniques.
Yeah, but I'm going to use another glorious exalted bolt.
Okay. Filling up as much power
as exaltedly possible, yeah. 5 successes, so I will get 3.
She does not have enough to decisive counterattack again. She needs to build up again. Although she might be doing some
My
other stuff
anima is flaring.
Okay.
Or it is active.
Disguise is something else. Disguise is something else, I assume.
Yeah, well, she's starting to see me as a goat.
That's only when you get
yeah,
iconic.
you're right. You're right. I have 3 more steps until I'm iconic.
Aura, you figure something out yet?
Yeah, still trying. I can't... the artifact page is having a bit of a fit here.
It's fine. I will go have the decisive...
Aha!
Okay.
Does this work? Shining Ice Mirror, Artifact 3, medium melee weapon. Hearthstone slot 1, when Shining Ice Mirror is used in a stunted defense against social influence. That doesn't do anything. Okay, so I just thought it was... but it does have...
I don't know.
Yeah.
You honestly don't need to summon a special... Like, it can have artifact stat blocks from this, but you don't need to frigging go through a list. You could just summon a generic bow and arrow, generic crossbow that can.
So I'm just gonna I'm gonna summon this thing. I'm gonna call it the I'm gonna call it the moon bow.
Okay. From within the ring, Nue screams about you stealing their shtick.
Essentially, I summon this long silver bow. like it's this very decorated silver thing that sort of radiates along the edges of the hilt of it, as though it's reflecting a rainbow. Like the colors of the rainbow are sort of emanating outwardly from like the base of it.
Very interesting you picked rainbows for this motif. I'm sure that will in no way reflect some other future fight I have planned.
And does this... And I'll just take the artifact. Do I add water to this thing?
You don't necessarily need to.
Because I want this thing to be like a water damage weapon.
Yeah, you can make it... that can maybe get through her elemental protection technique via working off the existing essence stuff. Meaning that she won't be able to apply its bonuses to that.
And, most importantly of all, this is a heavy weapon, and it works at medium range. So, it deals 3 it deals 3 damage. It doesn't need to worry too much about accuracy because she's already at... if I can use my excellency, I can already do it just fine.
Mm-hmm.
And the overwhelm is the same because balanced.
Yep.
And artifact. So yeah, now I have a fighting chance against her.
The downside is I'm not sure if Lythander's thing is able to perfectly disguise it, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
It's not, well, yeah, it's also not a solar weapon.
That is true, yeah, that is true. So, unless someone's paying very close attention, they're probably not going to notice. Alright, so go ahead and do your roll.
Does my thing still, by the way, is my fire thing still up?
I would rule that both the, effects extinguished due to the BMO war.
So, let's see.
Also, she did put down a whole separate, ice hazard effect, too, on you.
I'm still on it.
Yeah, but she also used the eagle wing style thing to pelt you with freezing cold temperatures.
Yes, but I'm still... Am I still on the hazard?
That was a one-time hazard. It's
off
off
a one-time.
now.
Okay, it's off. Good.
Yeah, all of her hazards are one-time.
Okay, good. Fuck it. Let's make it happen. Fucking... We got 5 power... Let's test this thing out. We're gonna go with just a regular old decisive attack. We're gonna spend... How much is her soak? Or her hardness?
Her hardness is 4.
Okay, so we're spending 4.
Keep in mind the 2 die penalty from her aura.
Okay, 5 then. 2 die penalty to what?
To all attack rolls against her from ranged.
Okay. I'm also reflexively aiming, which I don't know if that helps.
3 die bonus, I think.
3 die bonus to it, so...
Although, is the 3 die bonus from Righteous Devil style?
No, the 3 die bonus is from aiming.
Okay, how are you doing is the reflexive aim from a ranged combat thing?
No, the reflexive aim is if I don't move, I can aim reflexively.
Okay, yeah, okay. I'm gonna need to read through these rules again just to be absolutely sure. But that's a between session thing. For now, it's getting late on your end. Let's not drag things out too long.
Yeah, excellency to get to a 10 dice penalty, 10 dice bonus, or 5 dice bonus plus force minus 2 plus 3 equals 15. 15d10 plus 7s at 1 accuracy, so 1 automatic success.
Oh!
That is
That is
9 successes.
9 successes!
Her defense, let me check what I gave her pool. Her defense is 5, so that is 4 overflow.
No, 9 success. No, it's not 9 successes. It's 10 successes.
Okay, 6 overflow for the damage.
All right. So what? How much success overflow? 5. You said. I remember I spent 5 power on top of. Oh, right. I still have a mote left over. So let's go ahead and at step 5, we're going to go for Dazzling Flare. This weapon deals 3 base damage because it's a heavy weapon. So that's 5 plus 5 plus 3 plus 4.
This is a crazy fight, man.
So in total, that's 17 d10s.
Sheesh.
If we were going strictly by rulebook, you would have lost with that person Viro Hazard, but you wanted a beam struggle, and I can't just not do that.
Yeah.
During
I
a
wouldn't have
full tournament arc.
I wouldn't have died immediately because 5 is just enough for me to stay at 2 health. But yes, it is very fun to have a beam struggle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just checking to see if there's anything else that I'm not seeing.
Sometimes the rules just have to take a back seat in order to cool.
Indeed. 4 dice. Well, also they ignore 1 point of the enemy's silk. Fucking sick. Let's roll.
Yahtzee.
Yes!
That is 9 successes again.
9 successes against her soak of... Oh shit, I don't have her soak listed. That's odd. Well, she's not wearing armor, but she does have good fortitude equivalent, so that would give her a soak of, I think a soak of 3, so...
2.
NPCs work on different rules, though. Let me just check. I think I built her based off the Agent of the Wild Hunt's basic template, and I just added shit onto there, because that's how NPCs work for this. Let me check what their soak would be. A moment. This might take her out, I'm just making sure. Okay, here we are. Soak of 4.
Soak of 3.
So that's 10... Oh yeah, decreased by 1. So how much damage is that?
That is... By the way, is the 3 damage a bonus to the damage dice, or is it just automatic damage?
Damage dice.
Okay, so that is right. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage.
Congratulations, because of the beam struggle from earlier, you just barely managed to take it out.
Let's go!
From the 1 bleed damage from earlier.
Wow.
This is a hell of a cinematic fight, man.
You're telling me.
So,
I'm keeping this dumbass moonbow. This is a
well,
cool fucking
unfortunately
weapon.
it fades away at the end of this scene, but maybe
True.
you summoned it from somewhere, because you normally shouldn't be able to do this, but we'll figure it out, because something may have happened behind the scenes that I just thought
Let's
of.
just set that up as a fun thing to follow up on later.
It's a surprise plot point that'll come back to bite you later.
So yeah, I send out, essentially I pull on the string of this bow, and as I do, you see like the 7 colors of the rainbow: red, red, orange, yellow. As they come out like one by one, like I pull a red string, and then like a orange string comes in after it, like an after image, until it forms a complete rainbow in my hand. And like
Nice.
a tiny beam of like perfect white light is what forms the arrow. And I aim carefully at the center of the storm and look up, and I give her a shithead wink. And I go, let's see the sky make some fireworks. And I let go, And what I assume is a lightning storm happens, like, in the middle of her thing.
That is correct. There is a enormous thunderclash, and when it happens, she just kind of drifts there woozy before falling to the floor. And at the angle you shot her at, she happens to fall and ring out.
So,
This is why we fight you in groups.
I always have a trick up my sleeve. I'm gonna be honest. I really thought you had me there.
I almost
Good fight.
did.
Good fight.
I hate to admit it, but that was a victory earned. Good fight. You can see her visibly struggling to force the words out. She does not want to say that, but she has to have some dignity in defeat. Like, it takes her a few seconds. She has to work her way through individual letters. It's like she actually spells it out as GOODFIGHT. She doesn't say the actual words. She forces herself to spell the individual letters, and it's agonizingly slow, but she gets it out.
That's fine. Hey, when this is all over, what do we say we start over on the right foot? How's that sound?
Let me catch my breath, and then I'll get back to you.
That's understandable. Enjoy your rest.
Hey, Adam, give me a quick awareness roll.
Oh boy.
All right, Excellency.
Yep.
Thank God I decided to stack these. 5.
Something feels wrong about this bow.
Uh-oh.
For a split second, you see someone else's face reflected in it. This is mine. This is twice now you've stolen my things. Now
Sorry.
I'm going to collect interest.
Ah, jeez.
Actually, I don't know if you actively heard that, but you do see someone reflected in the bow, and you get an angry pair of eyes glaring back at you before the image fades. Slight retcon there.
Sheesh.
Anyway, back to...
I should really stop improvising. I feel like it's bringing more problems my way I don't want.
Not problems, more fun plot points to play with.
I still haven't touched upon the possible plot point of my gun being haunted.
Yeah, well, how many haunted weapons you got?
Too many.
I think I don't have enough, frankly.
Alright, Lythander, you were going to make a big beam
bolt
attack,
is
I
going to
think?
deal more damage than using any of my will attack, or using a sorcerer necromancy attack.
I mean, Flesh Sloughing Wave would
True,
ignore her
but
would nullify some
I
of her
get
soak.
I technically will get 3 automatic successes to hit, 2 automatic damage when using Glorious Exalted Bolt.
Well, it's a heavy range
with the range
weapon,
tag,
so
and it has the artifact
1
tag.
accuracy and 2 auto damage.
So that's +2.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And
I
you
can
could give
do
it
extra.
either an
Okay,
extra
never mind.
accuracy or an extra
For
damage.
some reason,
your
put the
choice.
overwhelming +2 to the overwhelming there in my brain. Sorry about that. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to spend
Alright.
5 will and a sagacity.
Okay, which version are you using?
I'm going to use the wave.
Okay. Do you cast it by doing your arms in the wave motion?
I wiggle my hands like a jellyfish.
Yeah!
Ooh, I'm a spooky thousand.
Some of the
stinger.
crowd cheers at
Ooh.
you doing a jape. Some of them look uncomfortable because maybe they saw some jellyfish in the surf this morning. Oh my god!
10
8, 9,
successes!
10 successes. Do I get a stunt by doing the wave, though? That's
Yes,
quick.
I'll allow a stunt in addition
Oh,
to that.
goodness sakes. Please get 12
You should have
successes,
said
I
no.
will laugh.
Okay, 0.
Ah.
It would have been funny if I rolled 2 10s there. That
Oh,
would-
yeah.
Okay, so her defense is 5, so that is 5 overflow successes. So, however much power you spent on this, plus the 5, and then this ignores some of her soak. It has the piercing tag if memory serves.
Yep,
so
it has the piercing tag.
minus 2 soak.
So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
That sounds right, yeah. Oh, this would have gone much better for her if she had been able to build up her halo.
Yeah. But that's
Well, unfor-
13 damage, ignoring soak. Or at least a bit of soak with piercing. Let's see, what does piercing do? -1 defense to the target until their next turn, -2 soak on decisive attacks. This is a decisive attack. So what-
Lythander, you one-shot her.
I start. Oh no. Oh no,
Well,
no.
No. I have a dramatic way to end this.
Oh, boy.
At high essence, Lunars can do this thing where, in exchange for something not killing them, they have different ways to take a dramatic injury. How this happens is that you cut up at her, and then all of a sudden, the corpse of Strawman and Janests drops out of the swarm of bees. In its place is a single hummingbird. You
I'll
killed
get my
the stolen shape she had.
Oh! I didn't.
You knocked her back into one of her true forms of her spirit shape.
Do you know what's sad? I didn't even mean to try to kill her. That was just nonchalantly almost accidentally killing someone.
Nonchalantly accidental final flash.
It's
Zeta
like,
flare.
woo! And then it's like, oh. This probably paints a target on my back for everybody.
No, it just means she's interested in you as a special pupil.
Uh-oh.
I get my shovel and take the body. It's like, gotta go to work.
Okay, Janice, the whole crowd falls silent at this, and Janice the real one just stands up. What the fuck?
You see, that is what we call a lunar.
Okay, so let me just make sure I have the calculations right. That's 13 damage. Her
Yep.
Soke is normally 7, but it's
So
ignored
that's
by
5.
So, oh my god, you killed her exactly. So she did need to
Nice.
eject. She did need to eject the shake to survive.
Nice.
Oh my god, I did a bit so hard you started laughing and coughing.
Yeah. I don't mean to accidentally one-shot your things! I promise!
No, it's
I
funny, and
try!
this is
I'll be honest with
and-
you, I try at least to do a nuke damage, and then hopefully
And-
build up a little bit later.
You did!
But I successfully dodged dying multiple times. Or twice
So
at least.
she, for as shocked as a hummingbird could look, she doesn't look shocked. She just kind of buzzes around, but her speech within speech technique is, perhaps I was wrong about you. Time to drop pretenses and give you the special lessons next time. Perhaps.
You just see Lythander
Leopard.
looking very,
Yeah,
very
but you are
slowly.
somehow hearing a bird talk and no one else is hearing the bird talk. Speech without speech method's crazy.
Yeah, I know. And Lythander's just like nodding his head slowly as he goes and starts getting a. Janice, this is technically your body. What do you want me to do with it?
Sugar, that's an excellent question. I have no fucking idea.
Like I'm trying to be respectful here. I lost Lythander's
Yeah,
voice.
no,
I lost
I appreciate-
Lythander's voice. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
no, I appreciate that, and to be perfectly honest, I actually really appreciate you doing me a favor for getting the face back from her. I kind of owe you for this, but... Actually, hang on a second, I got an idea.
Okay.
the Janus corpse begins flowering over as vines snake through her, and then the Janus body turns into an enormous pile of sakura petals, and Janus just flings the entire corpse into the air as sakura confetti.
I'm not sure if that is beautiful or disturbing.
Both.
Yeah, both is true. Both is very
Yeah,
true.
the crowd seems to be equally kind of. There's some cheering and celebration, but also like, hey, what the fuck was that? And also, was that an anathema? How did we not notice until now? What do you mean mind-affecting magic was used on us?
Oh, brother.
So we do have a little bit more time left before the next fight, so do you want to have an extended conversation now that Liza's caught her breath, maybe? Or, Gavel, do you want to do anything in regards to all of that?
Goodness. Let me look at my notes. This is going to be a dumb question. Where in the world is his name on this list? Is Unblinking Eye around by chance?
Unblinking Eye, he does show up after a while. He seems to have calmed down from whatever happened earlier, and Quake is still there, but he seems to be dematerialized, going by small ripples and distortions in the air. You would need a spirit detecting glance in order to see him.
Hold on, let me look at my charms. What was that specific charm you said?
Spirit detecting glance. Lythander has it.
I do not have that specific one. Okay. In that case, Gavel will approach Unblinking. So have you calmed down finally?
Apologies. Circumstances were similar to... He sighs and he reaches inside of his shirt and pulls out something on a necklace. Set inside of it is an orichalcum rhymed gemstone of a ruby with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of eyes carved into it.
Oh, lovely. What is that?
Most exigencies die with the holder, but mine was contained within. Truth Seeker's talisman of 10,000 eyes is trinket passed down from seeker to seeker. Obtained this in similar circumstances to what he is doing. Getting close to home. You, Nomad, you know what hunger can be. You may sympathize.
Hunger takes many forms. It can either devour you, or you can satiate, or cut it off entirely.
Thirst for knowledge in this case. Anyways, it's possible that Mion is sabotaging this tournament. Have suspicion that your man should have one match.
I have confirmed as such, which is additionally why I wanted to speak with you in the first place. Remind me of the dragon's name.
Tenpenmeshu.
Tenpenmeshu. So, interesting little story. I spoke with Tenpenmeshu last night.
We knighted Queen City herself.
Indeed.
Expected, but took shorter time than anticipated.
It appears that my companion, Lythander, has a way with words and getting people's attention, it seems.
One word for it.
Indeed. But nonetheless, your theories are exactly correct. We know that Mion is basically rigging these tournaments specifically for Dragonbloods.
Entire history of Bronze Faction, come to think of it.
Yes,
apparently propping up realm hegemony.
Yes, apparently this has been going on not only in it's it'll go on in this fight club as well, but apparently they've been doing this for multiple fight clubs in Champoor.
Societal factors extend beyond just Champoor. Has been said Dreaming Sea as macrocosm of all of creation. If so, reflections of actions in fight clubs could represent Bronze Faction's movements in creation, propping up dragon bloods over mortals and extending misery for
Indeed.
stability. Would ask for assistance in tracking down Neon.
Considering I have my own personal stake in this as well now, I will agree to assist you. But that also means I need your assistance with something.
Elaborate.
Tomorrow's going to be a very, very busy day. And as someone who has connections in certain places, I'm going to need your help with how do I phrase this? Do you know the phrasing fighting fire with fire?
Depends on type of fire, but for standard forest fires is valid tactic to rob oxygen and ensure that blaze burns itself out, yes.
Okay, you get it at least. Okay, so I'll just come right out and say it. There's going to be a giant demon summoned tomorrow.
Which one?
Okay, hold on, let me look at my notes. Did we get a name? Or wait, no, it was
You actually did. Octavian.
Yes, the Quarter Prince.
One of Hell's best generals.
Yes. It's going to be Octavian, the Quarter Prince.
Was unaware of identity of demon, but did identify lattice of working in city dragon lines, potential use for summoning location.
Interesting, but
he writes down an address on the back of a cocktail napkin for you.
Oh. But I'm pretty sure you know, given the two things I've said previously, you probably know what I'm about to ask.
Fight the demon?
Fight the demon with our own.
If is Octavian, will take as many hands on deck as possible, renowned as one of Malpheus' greatest generals for a reason.
Gavel's going to spend a mote, and she is going to use our little secret.
Okay. So, you're preventing him from talking about strategizing.
That and amongst other things she is about to say. However, let's see.
Okay.
I need to make. Let's see. So for those in the audience, our little secret: spend one mode. The Infernal may make a finesse plus presence, embassy, or stealth dissuade roll against a character. If successful, the character cannot discuss, imply, or otherwise communicate anything the Infernal has discussed with them in the current scene. Against non-trivial characters, this effect lasts for the rest of the session. So let me pull up the thing. I will do a finesse, which is that, and then I'll do a presence.
Okay.
Since Gavel's good with that. So that is finesse 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Please be kind and full of grace. That is 5 successes.
He is using one of his intimacies to bolster this above it from working.
Okay.
Minor intimacy of wonder information deserves to be free.
Ah, darn.
So you say all this to him, but he is not magically barred from saying it.
Okay. Does he notice that I did do it?
Perhaps, but what was the private information you were going to say?
The private information she was going to say is, I'm the champion of the OZ. And that
So-
she has connections with the underworld, basically.
Right. He actually tilts his head this. Yozi Underworld are separate pieces of reality, but noted.
You get my point.
Easy.
Also, I just out of character, I just realized. Did Lythander also finish his fight in one attack?
Oh yeah.
I was out getting water while that was happening. Jesus.
Let's just say it's a good thing Octavian's stat sheet is even scarier than both of theirs put together.
But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and like
Octavian's
high five
a raid
Lythander.
boss, and that means everything.
Yeah.
Between this round and when Lythander finishes their round, I'm just gonna go up to them and just high five them real quick.
A one and done pump and dump club.
Oh my goodness.
The one shot Johnny Club.
Phrasing.
Okay, so you mentioned this to I. Noted.
Or yeah.
You do know who my my patron.
Do I?
Does Gavel?
Probably not. I'm afraid I'm unaware.
Revelations Unending.
Do I have
Overseer in the Department of Secrets and God of Truth.
Oh, I see. I see.
Meaning can detect when magic is used to attempt to conceal truth.
Yes.
Why?
Don't get me wrong, Unblinking. You seem like a fine fellow. But it would be a bit of an issue if something or someone were to sneak up behind you, take you captive maybe, and you happen to spill the beans of what we're about to do. Especially the fact that I'm a champion of the Yozi.
Personal advice? Lose the edge.
Sorry,
Understand-
Thanks, viewers.
sorry, it's a bit too ingrained.
What's up, Jills?
Nah, you said lose the edge, and I was like, thanks, viewers. That was a solid one.
I mean, this is more him talking about Infernals being an inherently edgy archetype, but
yeah.
Kind of comes
Understand.
back around very nicely.
Understand reluctance given patron source, but at the same time, could make unnecessary enemies with those less understanding. Could have
Indeed.
used truth could have simply used truth eye beams in mirror to dispel.
Indeed you could have, but like I said, you seem like a fine fellow.
He actually pauses for a moment. One moment. I'm going to scroll up to a specific awareness charm that he is
Ooh.
able to use the solar version of
Oh
because
boy.
Exalted can poach certain charm trees. He is going to use all-encompassing Sorcerer's Sight, committing one vote for that, and then activating what was normally a magic comparable to a certain solar technique called Eye of the Unconquered Sun.
Oh.
The Exalt may see through illusions, magical disguises, and shape-shifting effects that conceal her enemies, adding her essence and bonus successes to the roll to pierce the deception. Unless stated otherwise, seeing through magical deceptions is a difficulty 5 feet.
Hmm.
You see his eyes actually glow ruby red with power,
Mhm.
and then lasers shoot from his eyes, pass over you, and do nothing.
Yep.
Lythander, are you in a shapeshift disguise right now?
Technically, yes. Why?
The disguise immediately falls off as he happens to glance past you.
I'm pretty sure Impervious Disguise says no. Or he has to make a check.
Okay, he's gonna he'll roll. 1 second.
And
You can make
he
a
can only
counter stealth.
And it's one of those where, what is it? Let me read this again. Resist magical senses with finesse plus stealth if the disguise is...
Okay, give me a finesse plus stealth roll against his awareness roll then.
Alright, so give me 1 second. Just look my finesse plus stealth.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Well,
So-
it doesn't
He
get
is
rid of
using the-
disguise. He just knows I'm disguised.
That is fair, yeah. So he looks past you. Note to self, true form, and tell, noted. So now he
Yes.
can figure you out no matter what form, correct?
That's unless I do another disguise and disguise as someone else.
Oh no, you could see, when you see through the tell, you can see through the tell of all shapes.
But that's not
But-
what the charm says.
I may be thinking of different edition rules in
That's
that
not
case.
what the charm
revisit
says.
that
I am
later.
disguised, and it is impenetrable to mortal senses. Where, oh wait, now they can use their.
Yeah, this is a magic.
Mortal
These are magic.
senses.
These are magic eye lasers,
Yeah.
my man. And to be fair, it doesn't rip off your disguise. He just notices, and he continues scanning the entire room as these pinpoint lasers of eyes are happening. Until, hey, Gavel, what were you drinking out of?
As in the container or the contents?
The container.
Container, it probably would have been what Gavel would probably have drank from a wineskin, although she would only have water in it, so probably her personal wineskin.
Okay. I am making sure I get the right one here. So, he picks up your wineskin, and
Could
then
you please-
punches it, and
Ally.
out of it falls Neon. Son of a bitch.
And Gavel is going to drop kick him in the throat.
Shit, 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 shit.
Wait, what happened?
And as this is happening, he pulls out a piece of paper. He just starts vibrating really fast, and
Oh,
your
no.
kick goes through him.
Oh.
You are way too
asshole.
persistent at this. You're one to talk. You shouldn't even remember me. Doesn't matter. You're still too weak to come up to me, and my work here is too important to be disrupted now. Even tomorrow. I will kill you if you interfere. And as he's saying this, he is constantly teleporting around the entire room,
Oh,
conveniently
darn
out of reach into the rafters, but always audible somehow, as he is forever vibrating in place.
it. Yeah.
And at some point, he just vibrates through the window and is out. I'm gonna have to have. You are immune to arcane fate. Unblinking Eye is not. He'll have to roll.
Uh-oh.
He'll do an he will spend an excellency though. You see, Unblinking Eye kind of clutch his head. He was here, wasn't he?
He was. You saw through his disguise. Funny enough.
Saw silhouette. Magic took effect. Cannot remember face. Can you describe?
I describe in perfect detail thanks to archive mind mentality.
And
Sorry.
being outside of fate.
Yep.
Brings closer to this. Moreover, use different method of escape this time. I don't think anyone else in the room noticed this.
No,
all happened
I
too
don't think
fast.
they did.
In the middle of a crowded arena, this was like in a quiet corner when all this bullshit happened. Vaguely recall a piece of paper. Similar kind of summoning used in Quake, meaning additional avenue of escape eliminated. Getting closer to cornering him.
Close is good, but if we're able to nail him down to a pinpoint, that would be better. But we have tomorrow for that. Well, actually, before I continue further, what do you remember? What's the last thing you remember doing before your memory blanked?
remember vague conversation about bullshit and vague blue silhouette.
I see. Well,
Was difficult to retain that much, is only
Ind-
thanks to rubs the talisman around his neck, was able to remember anything at all.
I see. Well,
Affinity with Yozi may provide immunity, given separation in Malthius.
thankfully so, yes.
Informed companions will have to tackle during the very busy day.
The very busy day that how do I say this? I thank you for being a part of.
Noted. Assistance likewise appreciated.
Don't make me regret this, please.
Obtain rest when needed. And then the final shot of this will be zooming in on an abandoned rooftop where Sozen is setting... Someone dressed as Sozen is setting up ritualistic circles.
Oh no.
And from behind them approaches Argent Mist.
Hey, there we go.
I thought I would find you here.
I would like to use my straw to suck them both up.
What?
Oh yeah, you know, that magical straw.
Jeez.
Oh, right, you got that. You're not in the scene, though. This is
Yeah.
for the audience's eyes
I know.
only. Should we bother interfering with this? Sozens turns, and it seems like whoever's in there is very confused at the setup of events. Could stop, though there's the potential of hijacking it instead. Interested? But it's my batchmate who's probably behind this, so let's just keep an eye, and worst comes to worst, you could do your killing with a look thing on him. I think we should let this lie. We have more targets to hit. Starting with that asshole of a dragon. It's time we finish taking up the trash from centuries ago. Let's make this city somewhere worth living. Finally bringing a sunrise to Champoor. And the symbol of the Nightcast glows through the armor of Sozens. Thank you for listening to FateBreakers. We here at the Action Economy crew are really excited to bring you our first big project, and you can also follow all of our socials for more of our content. Actual plays live and die by word of mouth, so if you enjoyed this episode, or know a friend or two who would be interested in this setting or the story we're telling, spreading the word is a great help to a brand new podcast. Me and the players have a lot of ideas and plot seeds for later, both in the far future and 2 weeks from now, the next episode of FateBreakers. Catch you then.